Because Blonde legally said mediocre white men rage about women and we give them passes. And then Infinite Dragon Spawn said, hey, I'm a white man, but I'm sure as hell not all of them. And I want to talk about this white man stuff for just a minute.
I didn't say it was all white men.
No, you're fine. I get it. I want to try to, and this is one of the things I talk about all the time. I want to move past this like reflexive attacks on white men, not because I disagree with the like fundamental critiques, but the way I frame this to people is I want you to think about the number of white men who voted for Kamala Harris, because it is a significant number of people. Like Kamala Harris actually did slightly better with white men than Biden did 4 years ago by about 1%. He got 41%, he got 40. And I want you to think about that in terms of raw numbers for a second, because I think people have a bad understanding of the makeup of the country sometimes. Like Kamala Harris won something like 88% of black women. I'm going to get these numbers a little bit wrong, so I apologize, which was less, by the way, than what Biden got 4 years ago. And Kamala did a little bit better with white men. In raw numbers, twice as many white men voted for Kamala Harris as black women. Now, that doesn't mean that black women are an important part of the Democratic Party coalition. They absolutely fucking are. They are the backbone of the Democratic Party. But there are 41% of white men in this country are with us, including myself. And I think the phrases of like, all white men are bad, or like when we get into toxic masculinity, the way we talk about those things are so reductive that we play into the Republican Party's hands and give them a lot to go to young men and go, look, there's not room for you in their coalition. They don't want you over there. At least we want you. Maybe you don't love everything that we do, but we want you and we're fighting for you. Now it's horseshit, to be clear. I know that it's horseshit. You know that it's horseshit. But I think we keep falling into this. And that's why I like Crockett. And again, I really like Jasmine Crockett. So please do not take me as a hater. I have a lot of respect for her. But when she goes on CNN and starts talking about mediocre white men, it does damage to our ability to win over white men, because it sends a message that they don't belong in the party. And I think that's an issue that I want to see us find new ways to talk about and elevate new voices that can talk about that. And again, I super acknowledge like Jasmine Crockett, the hate that she gets is 100-fold because she's an outspoken black woman. I'm very aware of that. But I think there are new ways that we can talk about this and try to, it's the difference between if you just ever talked to a therapist before, like a therapist will tell you, I'm not calling you out, I'm calling you in. Like we need to call people in, not out. And I think sometimes the language we use calls people out, when the truth is like 41% of white men are with us. So like, why are we lecturing people who are with us when we can still be doing better and expand the tent a little bit? Does that make sense, or am I just rambling?
I also think that, we also should be calling in the mediocre white women too then, because they were a problem. So go figure.
Well, I don't want
go figure.
I think you can hold. Again, this goes back to personal responsibility for a second. Is like, let's ask the question. I think all of us have to ask this question in this moment where it feels to me like the country's falling apart. What role did we each individually play in that? What language did we use? What decisions did we make? Who did we vote for?